Everyone's pretty excited about all kinds of good gaps today. I mean, if we're day trading, a lot of good opportunities out there. This is Robert Falco's list and scan that he just put up for us on our Slack channel. So thank you, sir. And we got some good gaps out there. So first one on the list for me is QS. This is a gnarly gap. And as far as a swing trade is concerned, we talked about it yesterday. I talked about actually the day before yesterday, and I've been talking about this one for a while. So what I'm going to do is actually do a limit buy here for this trade and stop loss here. And this will actually be an official swing trade to try to get filled today on it. So drop that 54.25 by 47.25 will be the order. All right. So that's going to be a new official swing trade on QS with the gap, something I was planning on yesterday. All right. So I come over here, new official swing trade on QS. Bam. Michael Gurley. Yeah, bro. We're definitely going to talk about Wicks. So me and Gurley have been planning that one for how long, Gurley? But honestly, dude, I mean, let's be for real. At least I finally got one right. It's been a little bit of a dry spell. All right. QS. So again, this is a swing trade. So we're looking at getting in at 54.25 with a stop loss at 47.25. And shares, I think it's a great trade based on a perfect gap and go, open because not triggered yet. And that's pretty much it. So QS, looking at seeing if we can buy a dip on this one. Again, potentially. Doesn't mean that we will. It just means that we could. 54.25, stop loss, 47.25. Perfect. And target, we'll put, I don't know, we'll put 70 right now, something like that. And this really should fill today, but I'll put good till cancel. You know, it should just fill in a day order. All right, got it open. Okay. Michael Gurley says, I wasn't going to say that. Well, that's all right, man. I said it for you. Yeah, my picks on the earnings have been a little on the weak side. So QS going to go on the list. I don't know if I'll day trade it. I'll day trade it if I don't get filled on the swing trade, but I'll definitely keep an eye on it. And we will see. So we're going to watch it very, very closely. Okay. So that's what we got on QS. Now, let's see. What else is going on? Okay. Josh says JD.com. So here's JD.com, gapping up again. So we did attempt to short this yesterday. And by attempt, I mean, it would have been an absolute monster short. Let's be clear on that. That day trade would have been so good. Can you guys imagine? We were trying to short it right here. Look at that just absolute waterfall that took place. We'd have gotten 2 R's on that trade. We missed it by 6 cents. 6 pennies? Yep, that's right. 6 penny Newsom strikes again. So, yeah, pretty brutal miss on JD. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing that up is because I'm assuming some people who were short yesterday are probably short again. So I'll throw that on the list and we'll watch it. We will see what it does. Shopify gapping down on earnings just because it was so hot. Shopify has been hot and heavy. Don't know if I'm going to specifically day trade this one bearish today, mostly because it's been, well, extremely hard to day trade. I think. So, you know, we'll see, I guess. But I'll put it on the list. We can watch it. It's been very hard to short, right? It's mostly just been going straight up. So, yeah, might find an opportunity to sell some puts on today. Maybe. It's been a really, really good one to sell puts on recently. Honestly, I would prefer it to come back down to here, 1,200 before we buy the dip. But I'll put Shopify on the list. Why not? All right, Verizon. So Verizon, your boy Warren B getting into Verizon pretty heavy. And on that news, the market gaps up. It's good to see that the market still cares about things that are actually legitimate, right? Kathy Wood buys something, a bunch of people go up, and then Warren Buffett buys something, and it still goes up, which is good. It's good to know. So Verizon, it is a nice gap. Robert says, and it's 45-day-old news. Well, you know this because you're in it, right, Falco? You are in some Verizon. So well done, man. Robert says, well, I have put sales. Well, at least you're going to make a dollar or two. I mean, it trade down to the 200 simple on a weekly chart. Not adjusted for dividends. If you do adjust it for dividends, this thing's just been on absolute, just a rampage. Pays just such good dividends, you know, those divvies. So anyway, it is a nice gap. I will put it on the list. If I were going to trade it today, here's how I would. I would wait for a fade lower, a fade back down into 55.5, and then maybe it goes higher. Maybe it goes higher. Okay. So let's go look at Wix. A lot of people are asking about Wix. Wix is a nice gap up. I mean, it's up 11 points, 4%. It's a good gap. I was very confident they would have a good gap on earnings. I am in Wix, bullish. And I guess I'm just going to kind of keep waiting. Michael Gurley, on this particular one, I don't know where you played it and how you sold it and what you did. If you had some shares, maybe you sold up around 295 this morning. If not, you're probably going to look to sell up there at some point. This gap most likely will fill the gap, Mr. Mike Gurley. So just a little bit of an update, meaning it probably most likely will gap up and trade all the way back down to 280 sometime the next day or two. So if you got some gains on it, take it and move on. So my options, I'm just going to hold. I can't really do anything overnight. So I'm just going to leave those alone and more or less just hope that eventually we break out of this resistance. That's pretty much all I can do on Wix. So we'll wait and see what she does, but it does look really pretty. I'll put on the list. A lot of people are in Wix, and we'll definitely keep our eyes and see what's going to happen. Okay. So we got that done. Mike M wants to look at Chevron, CVX. Chevron. That's a nice gap on Chevron. It is. That's a very, very pretty gap. Okay. I mean, I'll put on the list. I'm just intrigued to see what happens. Very intrigued. I don't know if I'll day trade it, but maybe. Maybe. Fubo, F-U-B-O, Fubo TV. What's Fubo doing? I know we've been watching this one. Nothing really. It is gapping up. This is true. And it'll probably be an inside candle today. Yesterday's candle was really, really large, bearish engulfing candle. So overall trends, obviously slightly bullish. Right now, it's probably going to hang out. Give that one 2 or 3 more days before you trade it, and we will see what happens. Carnival Cruise Lines had an amazing gap yesterday. Really good close. And realistically, I mean, this looks nice. Fully agree. This is a really, really, really pretty pattern. I mean, a good breakout, right, on a weekly chart and daily chart. As far as a day trade, I'm not blown away by it, but what I'll do is definitely put that on the list for Transportation Thursday because it does look pretty, right, as a swing level. Same thing with Norwegian. I'll put that on the afternoon swing trade list for Thursday as well, and we'll check it out. Jonathan wants to look at PavMed. Oh, boy. Health, technology, medical supplies, volume seriously coming in. That's hot. Hot as a hot potato. You know, it looks good. It does. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, could that just go higher from here? And the answer is yeah, easily. Quite easily, in fact. So I'll put it on the list. We'll watch it. If I were going to play it myself, it would be very easy to play. Limit buy would be in here at 471 and stop loss would be right down here at 431. Super easy to play on PavMed, and then target be like 522 being R 1.2 R's, and that'd be it. Okay. Jonathan also wants to look at CCIV. Churchill Capital had a little bit of a move yesterday. It's up a little bit at close. The really the amazing trade setup on this one was right here. We set this up back in early February based off of this hammer, January 25th, right? And we said, hey, here's the hammer. If it pulls back to that hammer, buy it. And then boop, there was the pullback. That was all you got, February 4th. But again, it's stocks like this why February was so good for so many people. Look at this consolidation, 5-day consolidation, and then bang, perfect gap and go. I mean, you got to get in there if you're going to play it. If you're playing the stock, you have to get in there, right? And then poof, there it goes. So Churchill Capital, yeah, looks nice. Could easily continue higher, right? It's a ginormous white candle, gap up, buy the dip. Ticker symbol SOS. Technology services, internet services. Okay, another rando. Yeah, just another one of these really randoms that are just kind of coming on board with some massive volume. Pre-market has just been slowly grinding all day. It actually just had a really good pullback. This pullback right here, this is the previous high of yesterday, this purple line. And you'll see that we just retested that back to 1355. AJ said he's in it. I'll watch it. It's going to be more of a scout play. I would say if you are a really, really good day trader and you know your candles, you know your risk, right? Let's see if we can get in on a pullback. I'll put on the list to watch it with AJ. I don't know if I'll be able to trade it on the microphone personally. I'm always slower on the microphone than normal, but that's all I got. Josh wants to look at load. Comstock mining. Sure. Up 400%, whatever. It's all good. This is perfectly fine. Nice and normal, extremely natural. It's supposed to do this. This is what the market is designed to do. Nothing weird to see here. Yeah, I have no idea how to play that. I mean, congratulations for anyone who's in it. That's all I can say. That's all I got. My girl Lee Man wants to look at CRMD, Coremetics. CRMD. It's a nice gap. Up 9%. Coremetics, yeah, it's a really, really pretty gap. Okay. I will put it on the list. Let's see if we can day trade that one. That does look nice. Mike says they just said on CNBC that Chevron is part of Warren Buffett's portfolio. I guess that's the reason it's gapping up. Good to know. Good to know. ACIC. Oh, just a random SPAC that, why not? That's probably a very, very strong gap. Really, it is. It is a strong gap. I mean, I got to put it on the swing trade list. The chart. Sometimes you don't have to care what it is. I mean, if you have a risk and you have a reward, got to stop in place, move on. All right. Apple. Everyone's like, should we fade Apple today? I mean, Apple obviously is a black candle gapping down. If you're looking at playing it, absolutely would be a fade. Yes. Yep. Would be a fade. Fade City. Fade 101. Fade McFade Town. Robert says, remember Nectar? Nectar Therapeutics. Hey, man, you got some Nectar. Wow. What a tremendous gap. Wow. That is so powerful. Probably the best gap of the day. QS, we've been looking at one of the best gaps of the day. It's just going to keep going. So Lucas, I know you're in it. Just keep holding, man. Keep holding. I got my swing trade in. I don't know if I'm going to get filled on it or not, but I'm going to try. Wow, Nectar, what a gap. Leah says, I think I'm going to buy some calls on plantar fasciitis, PLTR. Understand. You have tons and tons of volume. I mean, really, this meets the options criteria in my options tutorial class, right? Buy longer term calls when a big, massive bear day volume comes in an uptrending stock that you know how to make money and all that kind of good stuff. That would qualify. That's all I can say. You're not wrong. I do have May $40 calls. So I'm with you. Let's hope it bounces. BABA, tiny gap, but overall will eventually trend up higher. Be bullish on BABA. Buy the dip. Stay in it. Looks good. Okay. Greg says, FYI, my March ARK, ARFK. Maybe AFRK. No, I don't know what the ticker is. Did I do AMD? I haven't done AMD yet. ARKF. I don't know if this is the exact one that Greg has, but okay, ARKF, it is. So yeah, 65 may or may not. I mean, it hasn't hit 65 yet, but it's possible. And then Riot, yeah, Riot's going to get called away. But again, buy low, sell high, right? Buy low, sell high, make some money, repurpose, reposition the account, the trade, the portfolio, and then move on. So yeah, I love it, dude. Looks good to me. Okay. So AMD, let's go check it out. AMD, bear candle, gapping down into some moving averages. It is clearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth of candles, which is a pretty relatively big deal, I think. I'd be looking to short it today, and then I'll probably have a little bit of a bear bias until we get down to my next blue line of 89.50. So I'm not going to just out the gate go along right here, but again, AMD will go up eventually. It's just taking its time. But this is a pretty nice gap down. It really is. I'd be more bearish than bullish today on it until we get down to 89.40. But that's almost a whole $1 from where we are now. So make $1 down, make $1 up, $2. Boom, profit city. So I'll definitely keep it on the list. Palantir, I don't think I'm a day trade it today, but I do have swing trades. Fastly, earnings are tonight. BNGO, Bio Nano Genomics is down just a little bit, retesting a retest gap. Hashtag shocker. Salesforce was a great gap yesterday. Let it continue. Pins, great gap yesterday. Let it continue. And these are all the ones from the list today. Joe says, can I sell puts on Palantir? Yeah, man, absolutely. Yep. $24 for March. That's the spot to do it. Edgar says Tesla $500 put sale for April is paying $10. Wow. That's a really good premium at a great spot. I like it, Edgar. Thanks for the heads up. Lottie says plug is finally dropping. Yeah, finally. Finally getting a little bit of selling on plug. It needed to sell. So yeah, maybe it'll pull all the way back to the 50. Can you believe how crazy that would be? So Mara is doing the exact same thing as Riot. I mean, I have no idea why they wouldn't continue higher, guys, because Bitcoin's going to keep going up for a bit. So if Bitcoin's going higher, these will go higher. Yeah, it's a great gap. Bitcoin's bullish. Buy the dip. Be long. That's it. That's all I got. VUZI. Great gap. Good trends. Definitely some people excited on this one, and it's gapping up to an all-time high. That's right. I remember this one. This is a good breakout. Good breakout. I was looking at this one back in January. I hope someone played this new White Soldier back on February 4th. February's just been such a hot month. It has been so hot. All right, I'm definitely going to put that on the list for Thursday. Unexpected token. I have no idea what that means. VUZI. Okay. Got it. So that one's on the list. It's a nice gap. Buy the dip, Jay. It looks pretty. A lot of people are requesting Dollar General. So me and Alex Hill analyzed Dollar General the other day like it was our job back on February 9th. and it's doing it again. Another nice gap, right? Clearing some pivots. I would say the exact same thing I said last time that we looked at Dollar General. Phenomenal gap. Let it pull back into the 200, which is about $2.38, and get in long. FTFT, Future FinTech Group. Another Bitcoin play. It's not gapping today, but it is a Bitcoin play. I agree. Absolute garbage until Bitcoin's going up. Hooray. So whatever they do, no one actually knows, but sure, Bitcoin. Why not? Now, again, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin, so I get it. Sundial, I do think it's an interesting gap on Sundial. I like the fact that it's down and that it's compressing. Leah says all weed is down today. Yeah, makes sense because it just ran up so fast. So fast. So we'll find out what happens, right? Tilray still loses gargantuan amounts of money, and Aurora Cannabis can't catch a bullish break to save its life. Canopy Growth, probably one of the stronger ones, just hit an all-time high resistance a week ago. So it makes sense that we're going to pull back, right? Weed was too obvious and too simple. Everyone in the world was asking about weed stocks about a week ago. So for me, I do like Sundial. I love the fact that it's gapping down. I like this little black candle. We'll see what it does today. We'll give it 3 or 4 hours, but I could easily set up an official, well, this is an official swing trade, but easily set up a day trade or something else, and we'll go from there. American Well, we're probably going to get stopped out of today, most likely, on this particular swing trade. Varian says Sundial filed a shelf registration with the SEC to issue up to $1 billion of security over time. Luke says they had a share offering or something similar. Got it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah, so we're probably going to get stopped out of this one. We did get stopped out of Arlo yesterday. So we got stopped out of Arlo. So Arlo did not work, just did not bounce for us. Too bad, so sad. And we lost an R on that trade. There'll probably be a decent time to get back in. I just don't know exactly when that time is. So we'll see. We will find out. NEO, ticker symbol NIO. So NEO, just chilling. Realistically, nothing special. It is a decent gap down. There's a little bit of some bulls trapped, but you had 4 bear candles in a row. My only thought on this one, let it gap down and then eventually buy it lower. I would really like to buy it off the 50 if you're playing it. Not necessarily today, but at some point. 50 EMA would be that spot. Leah says, I got bull trapped on Fastly, Jeremy. Wish I waited like you did for a 1 R loss. Hey, take the R loss. That's perfectly okay. I mean, honestly, as much money as you're making in February, Leah, me and you, it's just like, hey, we're going to take some R's and it's going to happen. The biggest thing I could possibly say, though, for February, my friends, is have a trailing P&L, right? I asked someone about that yesterday. So let's say, for example, you're up something stupid. I mean, there's so many traders that are up like 35 R's or more. It's absolutely bananas, really. Have a trailing stop on your P&L. So, for example, if you go below 30, you're done for the month. Just cut it, right? So have some type of trailing position where you're like, if I go below here, I'm just going to turn it off for the rest of the month or the rest of the week and just call it a day. So make some money, be awesome, be incredible, do phenomenal things with it, but just keep those profits. I promise. It is easier to make and harder to keep. Keeping is the hard part. CLOV. So this one's one that everyone and their mom loved as a swing trade with this hammer. And there's 2 or 3 reasons I didn't like it, but I did trade it. And we're going to get stopped on that today. So all good. So we're going to get stopped out on that one. Edgar says, I remember those months of only 12 R's. Yep. That is very true. Not too long away. Not too far away. Hector, how you doing this month, man? I feel like you're doing pretty well. Mike says, I'm holding and buying more calls on CLOV. Right on, dude. I will be getting stopped out. I only have shares as a swing trade, so I'll get stopped out at open, and I'll play it again later. Hector says, not great, but not bad. I like it. Leah, which I'm in SOS since 6. I'm in SOS since 6. Got it. So you got in day before yesterday. Yeah, keep holding that one for a little bit. This is easy, Leah. For me, sell 10% of whatever your position is, and then put your stop at 9, and then just let it ride for a bit. Yeah, sell 10%, stop at 9, let it ride. It's a great gap. It's a really good trend, good volume. Best of luck. Slavia says VISL, Vision Link, short float 20 million, 19%. And it is gapping up. Yeah, it's gapping up 15%. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let me put that on the list for Thursday, Slavia. Thank you. That looks like a stock that we could potentially play. Edgar says, one of my biggest positions, DraftKings, thinking you're getting into a collar over earnings. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Smart. I mean, especially since you're at literally an all-time high. You know, there's no way you could be losing on it. So collar over earnings, perfect. Maloney says, what's a good spot to short the E-minis? E-minis, let's see. I'm thinking of 21. Oh, yeah, if it gets back to 21, it'd be a great spot to short it. Yep. If she can get back to the previous low of yesterday, absolutely. Don't short the exact breakout low, at least immediately. That'll probably be a little trappy. But yeah, on a pullback, totally. Let's go get it, folks. It's going to be fun out there. Here we go. And I'm broke. All my money's gone. All right, so let me come over here to gaps. Bing, 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 dead broke. All right, Nectar. So Nectar Therapeutics. I do like this pullback. I am going to be watching this one really closely today. I think this is a pretty wonderful gap. Again, it doesn't have to go higher, but doesn't look like it will. All right, QS. So I'll keep an eye on this one. We have a swing trade on it. If it can pull back to 54.25. But if not, we could easily play this little breakout range right here. It's like an hourly chart breakout. So 5 minute. Yeah. I don't mind doing a pre-market break on this one because it just has so much room to go higher. And if it pulls back, I just won't worry about it, but that's pretty much it. So AMD. All right. So I'm going to keep it on AMD. It's selling off at open. It's right in the middle of my 2 lines. So I'm either going to go long here or short here. If it breaks above, I'll see if I can retest. I'm going to keep an eye on AMD. We'll watch it. Josh says, let's just move some over. Swap. Oh, yeah. So we're just going to take your money and we're just going to put it into this this money market account. And we're going to tie that money market account to your Wix stock account. And then we're going to make some trades and it's gone. It's all gone. All right. So SOS, obviously retesting. It's a retest gap. It's exactly what we drew. Right. Exactly what we drew. So let it retest. Core Medic looks nice. And then ACIC. This was that really random gap, but it does look cool. So Wix has a beautiful hammer. It is a gap and go. It's a massive, massive hammer. Wix is a little on the spready side for day trades, if I'm being honest. That's a $10 stop. Too big. That is too big. That is too large. Too large for me. Joel says Tesla's coming into the 50 on the daily. Hooray. So Tesla starting a little bit of a pullback. Nice gap on Tesla. All right. Beautiful. Open. That's amazing. That's absolutely going to go to 753 today. I'm going to watch it, but that is a wonderful, wonderful gap on Tesla. I'm glad it's finally pulling back. Edgar says, I got $10 on the April puts for 500. Wow, that just sounds brilliant. April 500. Yep, there's $10 down there. That sounds awesome. Let's do it. All right. So Nectar, I'm just going to give that one a little bit of time. Really, that pullback was best. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. All right, just got filled on that Tesla put sale with you, Edgar. Just got filled on that with you. I'm getting Tesla at 500, right? Yeah, I was like, sure. Okay. I'll do that. Why not? All right. So MKT, this is a really, really amazing gap. It's just very spready. QS, again, we got a swing trade open for it. JD, AMD, what? It's selling off at open? No. No. Say it's not so. AMD selling off at open again for like the 15th day in a row. ACIC, Shopify, Verizon, Chevron, CRMD, PAMVM. So if you're playing this one, SOS is retesting. It's already had some crazy spikes. Tesla, I did get filled at that $10 premium for $500. And yeah, we'll just see what's going on. I haven't taken a day trade yet officially. All right. So AMD is going to watch it, see what it does down here on 89.43. If I go long, it'll be around that little area. But we are getting some random shakeouts in the market, which is fine, right? Broader market, SPY gapping down. So Peloton stopped out of, that was a Momo setup that obviously did not work, right? AMWL stopped out and CLOV stopped out. Amazon inside candle. So Amazon's kind of hanging out. That should be interesting. Seeing how that's going to play out. Let's come over here. Stopped out on CLOV, PTON, and AMWL swing trades thus far. More could come, but again, that's why you want to keep an active bank of winning trades out there. That's why you want to keep profit, because you're going to get stopped out of trades, guys. There's no way you can time everything perfectly. Unless, of course, you're Robert Falco. But we can't all be Robert Falco. All right, so Amwell, CLOV, which, again, no real clue. And then Peloton closed 151.88. That was a pretty quick one, 142.14. Going to have wins, and you will absolutely have losses, my friends. Losses will happen. Okay. Hector says AMD also stopped out. Yep, I didn't take that one personally, but I believe Ricky set that one up. I have a pretty good beat on AMD, so I always have a general feeling on where I'm going to get in or not on an options trade. So I got covered call and put sale and that swing trade that we got in back here, which we're still up on. Very small, but we are up on it. Again, NKTR looks interesting. Wix somehow down on that trade. Those options are losing money, even though Wix is up. That doesn't make much sense. Yep, there's the immediate fade. So we thought that was going to happen, and it did. Yep, that one also immediately sold off because it was out of resistance. Zoom retesting the retest gap. AMAT pulling back. NVIDIA probably pulling back some. Yep, NVIDIA also pulling back. NKTR, this is a great gap. I'm trying to figure out how to play it after the spreads kind of calm down. Because again, we're going to lose on some swing trades. Yeah, you get stopped out in some positions. That's fine. Today might be a really great day to carve out some gains on the day trade level or do whatever else. But QS, there we go. Filled on the pullback. So good job waiting. We got in on a retracement and we're filled. Now, could that stop out today? Of course, absolutely. Filled on QS. All right, we could lose on that trade. That's certainly plausible. But at least we got in on a pullback. 54.25. All right, so you guys are looking at your Apple, AAPL, right down to the 50 EMA. You guys, I'm sure, faded it off of 131. Had to, right? Lauren says it missed me by 8 cents. Ouch. 50 EMA was 131.01. I would have just gone long at 131. Previous low of the day. Pre-market low. Yeah, 130.93. 131 by 130 with a target at 132.20. That's a 1.2 Rs. Lawrence is 131.30. So you should have gotten filled on that. 131.30. It came down all the way to 130.93. Oh, well. It'll come back. Don't worry. Apple always fades again. It will fade. But hey, at least the analysis worked. Right? Edgar says WW is holding. It is. WW is holding. So I'm actually going to probably increase that stop again in just a little bit. Before too long. JD is just rampaging. Activision, just chilling, realistically. Pinterest. Oh, man, I love this pullback on Pinterest. This is good. Because really, I'm trying to debate if I should just buy to close these calls up here or if I just leave them alone. I haven't figured that piece out yet, but definitely want to pull back on Pinterest for sure. Definitely want to pull back. Okay, so as far as an official swing trade, or sorry, day trade is concerned, I don't think we're going to get Nectar yet. Wix on earnings. Again, just give it some time. Let it breathe. Let it bounce around. Let it do its thing. Nothing too wild and crazy. Realistically. EverQuote, EVER down. So it was up strong yesterday. Retracing. Let's see. AYX. So I'm going to let most likely these shares get sold away at 15. I'm going to let these expire in the money and just take my loss and just move on. There really won't be a massive loss. It will be a loss, but it'll be a small, about 2 hour loss. Around 2 hours. All right. So BABA, BABA, hanging out. That's interesting. Bumble, BMBL. So right now, inside candle hasn't triggered, hasn't gone higher. At least not yet. DocuSign, retesting. So I'm just kind of going through my list at this point. FireEye. Ticker symbol FEYE. So that one never broke out. Just kind of just chilling for the moment. hanging out. GOCO trying to get a little bit of a recovery out there. Just trying to get some buying. JMIA put a pretty epic collar on yesterday, so I'm really excited to see what that does overall. Upwork, UPWK, gonna be interesting to see what happens on earnings, but right now it's just chilling. Probably be buying that contract back at some point. Josh says Amazon only makes $1 million a minute. Disappointed. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much, man. Okay, NKTR. Again, probably my favorite gap of the day. It's most likely going to trade down a bit. The spread has finally subsided. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. We're gonna see. Wix. I don't think I'm a day trade Wix today. It did fade. It immediately dropped at market and filled, and then eventually will go higher. I think it'll go higher. So we'll see. But if it breaks out above this resistance at some point, that'd be a lot of fun. QS, we did get filled on our swing trade. So we are in this one, and that'd be really cool if it works. AMD, so this is one that we could watch pretty much every day, dropped immediately out the gate. Ross got an R on it already. So awesome job, Ross. Lucia says, what's the target on QS? I don't know yet. I don't have one. I put 70 in my broker, but it's not going to hit that today. So right now it's 70. Other than that, I don't know. I got my stop in place, right? If you want to target 70, or you can do 2 Rs or 2.4 Rs, whatever you're comfortable with. But this is one of those rando companies that could easily get to 80. You know, be interesting if it happens, but let's see. Thomas is Nectar trying to push. It's not trying. There's the push. There she is. All right. So if we're going to play this bad boy, we're going to have to do it like this. So it just made the new high of day. 5 minute. We're going to have to buy the inside candle with a stop. It's good volume. Is it weird that it looks too good to work? Should that be a concern? It's like it's so perfect. I'm like, is it gonna work? Thomas says yes, it's a concern. 50 EMA on the monthly is right here. I will say this, I definitely took some L's on the swing trade, so I don't think I want to do anything too aggressive on the day trade. This wouldn't be the most aggressive trade in the world, though. 25.32 by 24.68. It's just very light volume that's coming in here. I don't think we're going to get filled. Joe says AMAT is pushing a bit. All right, I'll put AMAT on the list. We'll watch it. Oh, AMD almost got me to that price. So what to do on Nectar? We could set up a breakout. But then it's like, are we really pushing this throttle or not? Or should I get a pullback? I just don't like the volume. Volume looks really weird. I'm going to wait. Give me just if I can miss the trade, it's okay. The reason I'm being a little cautious, more cautious than most days, I think, is because we lost like 3 Rs at open. So, you know, like, hey, take the L. That's fine. Lose on some trades. Not a big deal, but I don't want to just like take money and burn it. You know, I do love money. I don't want to light it on fire. Sometimes I like waiting 5 whole minutes before I take trades, you know? Coremetics is actually, this is a really good gap. I like this one a lot. Let me scoot this one up. I think I might like this one better than, yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful gap. This The bid-ask spread is a little large. So I'd probably wait for a close above here and then do a limit buy. But the longer it trades sideways, the more I could definitely take this trade right here. Could do. All right. QS, we're in that on a swing trade. AMD chilling. JD hanging out. ACIC hanging out. Shopify hanging out. Verizon hanging out. Chevron higher. PAVM. So again, if you're playing it, you're at least buying the pullback and you're in. SOS, yep, retesting to that previous high of the day. We figured that would happen. Tesla has bounced, so I'm actually already up on that put sale. That's hilarious. I sold it for 10. It's already worth 9. Just made $1. Edgar says you were welcome. Yeah, man. Thank you. It was awesome. Awesome level, brother. I will sell a put with you on Tesla any day, dude. You don't have to talk me into it. It does not take a lot of work to talk me into selling a put on Tesla. So this one's going to expire worthless. And then you got this one. It's amazing that they still have that much premium out there. I mean, $10 is not like staggering premium. I mean, it's 2%. April, $10. And we'll be able to buy it back. Everyone's looking at pins. So Pinterest, it definitely is dip buyable, in my opinion. I want to go down a little bit more before I buy it aggressively. Again, is today going to be another one of those days where you get like 8 minutes of selling and then just buying comes in again? Probably. But if you're playing it, I'm fine with it. I'm just going to wait just a little bit for some of these stocks. Pinterest does have a hammer. I totally agree. It absolutely is. So if you're buying it and you're buying the dip, I understand. NKTR, I think I did the right thing by waiting on this one. If we can break above this candle, I might be interested, but I think I did the right thing by waiting. That was just experience. And then Coremedic, CRMD. If this candle closes with a tweezer top, 1507, 1507, 1507. Yeah, I'll probably have to set that up. QS, did we get the bottom? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. That's a nice trade. It's a nice trade. Man, that's amazing. That's already $3 a share. Wow. Wow. One penny Newsome. Let's go. All right. That's cool. All right. Back over to Nectar. Trading sideways. CRMD is interesting. QS is cool. I'm going to have to scoot QS to the bottom. JD. I might have to take off the list, honestly. Because I'm gonna want to sell it. That's the thing. I'm gonna want to just get out and just sell it. That's just me though, right? No one else does that, I don't think. Get into a position and immediately want to sell it as soon as you're up. Just immediately, like as soon as you get in, like, oh, I'm up. Let me get in. Let me get out. Just me. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So SOS definitely pulling back. Again, NKTR, I think we did really good by waiting on that. I do like this 3-minute candle. And then CRMD. It's still hanging out. I don't necessarily want to take this as just a perfect breakout. I think it's going to do this and this. Yeah, so let me just kind of wait on that. I'm just going to kind of keep being patient. Going to do my best to wait it out. My overall P&L in the day has somehow magically gone from pretty negative to semi-positive on my bigger portfolio. AJ says if QS goes to 62, I will sell today. That'd be nice, huh? I could live with that. Nice $8,000 in a day. NIO, N-I-O. NIO, yeah, nice gap down. Again, I would love to buy it off the 50. Lucia, I know you sold a put on NIO the other day. If you're looking at doing it again, this would be another one of those times. Yeah, this will be it. Palantir off the 50. I am in Palantir. I did buy some calls. May 40, absolute zero. And I agree with you guys. Like crazy as it sounds, this is the spot. PDAC acquisition, another SPAC. Jay wants to take it on a retest. Yep, if it pulls back to 1434, buy that dip. Unity down just a little bit of a lower shadow. It's hanging out at the brand new baby 100 simple moving average. Edward has a $100 put sale for March, and we're just going to hang it out, let it do its thing. Marley says, where to get out on Palantir? That's entirely up to you, my dear. What time frame are you trading, Marley? Fill me in a little bit. Fill me in. Josh says, NVIDIA VWAP retest. Yeah, if you're looking at buying it, that's where. Pull back into 603. Buy the dip. Marley says, Palantir is a swing trade for me. If it's a swing trade, then give it time. Let's see if it can close above this candle, because if it can close above yesterday's candle in the next 3 or 4 days, that would be an absolutely perfect spot to keep holding the trade. I mean, could this thing go back to $38 by the end of March? Absolutely. So yeah, very possible. Lee says, what happened to EH? I literally have no idea. It's up it was down 70% yesterday. Now it's up 50% because 2021. Oh, shoot. How did we miss? Dang it. Well, I know exactly how I missed it, but let me put that on the list. Wow, that is beautiful. Type in a 6 if you could have taken that trade. Come on, right? A moose with a chocolate addiction could have made money on that one. That's easy. Entry stop. Greg says, thanks for the trade on QS. Dude, I cannot believe we got that lucky. Wow. That's the thing of beauty, man. That's $5 a share, guys. That's $5 a share. What a snag. Snagged and bagged. I love it. Man. Oh boy, almost $6 a share. This is fun. This is so cool. Wow. But hey, I was planning yesterday. I've been playing this one for a while. This guy's could go to 77. I'm gonna be honest. If it goes, I'm probably gonna hold it. Greg says, kicking myself. I exited to secure profits at 56. Hey man, all good. All good. Trade your P&L, man. Trade where you're at on the month, on the year, on the day, on the week. All those things are important. I have no idea if it's going to keep working or not, but okay. CRMD is still building pressure. I'm going to let it pop and then retest. AMD I'm waiting on. JD.com, strong. ACIC hanging out. Shopify hanging out. Verizon, meh. Chevron. Might play Chevron later today. We'll see. PAVM. I don't have any position on this one. If you're going to play it, obviously move up your stop. PavMed. Just looks like some selling's coming in. SOS, right? Had a deep retest. We talked about that this morning. It did retest. So I think you're asking Lee about what to do. So your stop is at 9. You sold 10%. So I think you could increase your stop now to 12 on the rest of your position, right? Go ahead and put it below the low of today's candle and just see what it goes from here. Easy. If it bounces, it bounces. Lawrence is filled on Apple, 131.06. All right, Lauren is in Apple bullish, so I'll put that on the list and just watch that for you, my friends. Oh, look at Tesla, guys. We sold the bottom of Tesla too. That's impressive. I'm not even mad. Almost up $2 a contract on that option already. That's so cool. I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. Zero madness right now. All right, Ferrari, RACE, also gap down, also with the fade. Oh, that's a beautiful fade today. That is a beautiful fade. Let me put this on the list for a day trade. Oh my goodness. That is delightful. Very nice. Okay. Let's see if anything else is happening out there that's cool or interesting in any kind of way. Not really. Terry says PLTR is moving up. Yeah, man. PLTR made a new pre-market high already. Just immediately faded. Immediately faded. CRMD. I knew it. All right. We can just keep waiting. Okay. AMD. We'll see if it pulls back down to support. RSI is actually not that low. There is definitely some divergence for sure. Let's see if we can get down there. And if not, then I just might miss it. JD, Shopify, Verizon, Chevron, PAVM, SOS, Tesla, AMAT, Pinterest, QS. So QS is about to retest now all the way back to 57 and some change. I'll watch because why not? Apple, I'm watching it because Lauren's in it. And Ferrari, it's just a very nice fade. It's pretty. That was very interesting. Okay, let's go to the Qs. What's the Qs doing? Gap down. And are we getting bought up? What? No. Come on. No way. Activision still holding up a little bit, just barely. It's like keeping an eye on that one, seeing what's going to happen. JMIA, a little bit of lower shadow. Teladoc, a little bit of a hammer. Kind of a cute hammer. So again, we got stopped out of Amwell. CLOV probably is a perfect trap, realistically. But I'm okay to get stopped out of that one for a little bit and just kind of move on. AI, we almost got stopped out of AI. It's probably going to happen sooner than later. And then GOCO we got stopped out of Peloton, aka Pelothian. So we're out on Peloton. DraftKings, cute little small hammer type of candle on DraftKings off the 20. Yeah. Matt says, like gold back down here or think it goes lower? Gold itself could go a little bit lower. Yeah. This if you're getting something here, Matt, just get smaller size because we're really right in the middle of a channel. I mean, the support lines I got drawn 173 and 160. We could pull back farther is the answer to your question. Yeah. So if you're snagging some, don't get too heavy. Silver is just holding actually right now. Silver's holding, gold's down, which is nice. It's nice for silver to hold this move. It's good. Yates says, sold some puts on APPS at the low, but I was too slow on Tesla. Nice, nice. Well, hey, man, at least you got something out there. That's good. And Nectar now. So let's go look at it and see. So this is the 5-minute chart. All right. Well, I think we can do a limit buy stop loss here. 25.22 by 24.38. If we're gonna, I can make that official and set that up. Yep. Okay. Been watching it. If we're gonna take it, new official day trade. Okay. Put it in this column. NKTR. So trying to get a pullback to 25.22. Again, this is a day trade level. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but I do like the pullback, and the volume on this one's been a little bit weird today. So I'm okay just throwing in a limit order to see if we get filled, right? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Not entirely sure, but I like it. 25.22. Stop loss at 24.38. Target 26.79. And open. So we'll see if it pulls back. Today is the 17th, 2/17/2021. 25.22 by 24.38. Okay. Terry says PLTR swing from yesterday peeled off 1.96 Rs. Beautiful. I love it. It's awesome. We do have a interview scheduled for today, which is cool. Joseph says, what's your AMD entry? For a day trade, AMD entry is going to be 89.41. 89.41 would be the AMD entry. So we're down. Again, as I mentioned earlier this morning, have more of a bearish bias because you're gapping below 5-day candle lows. So we are gapping below low of 5 days. So definitely some bulls trapped. So if you did have a bear bias, you're probably winning on AMD right now, at least. Right? It is a retest gap, and it retested. So if, again, we'll kind of see what NKTR does, if we get triggered or not, but I think we might be able to put in 89.32 by 88.32. If you're going to play AMD, it probably will look something like this. AMD has been a little bit on the weaker side recently, but again, you can play things up. You can play things long. Okay. Amazon, I got a weekly call expiring next Friday. It's green now. I'm having a hard time holding it. If it expires next Friday, I think you could hold that one. Had good pressure yesterday, right? The whole market, not weak necessarily, but it's not specifically strong. Market's pulling back. Amazon need to pull back some. I think it is. I think it's resting. So yeah, I think you could hold it. expiring next week. I'm glad it's green. Give it a little bit more time. I think you got it. Matt says, I'm in SPY short from the low of yesterday as more of a hedge. We will see. I love it. Let's go look at the E-minis for my girl Maloney and see how close we got to her 21 short. Good job not shorting it at open, Maloney, unless you just scalped it. Could have done a really, really quick scalp, but. Oh, did you miss it by a tick, Maloney? Oh, no. Maloney says, nope, got filled at 2050. Okay, cool. Man, that would have been bogus mogus, huh? So you got the top of the day. Good for you. So you're probably already out. You're up 8 points. Yep. So you already got out. Awesome trade. Good job, Maloney. I think that was really nice. Because I agree with you. There is some strength into that, into this move. So the fade makes sense. Joe says, I'd rather wait for Pinterest to pull back than play AMD. I'm with that. Yeah, totally, man. Because again, Pinterest could be one of those stocks that you trade every day as well, right? Pinterest could become your new ATM. Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond. Pretty much just hanging out. Lot A says, thanks for QS. Yeah, man, sure thing. I mean, you know, it's gonna need to pull back and retrace and retest, but I'm glad it worked. That is literally incredible. I don't think that's ever happened before. Just so lucky to get that fill. Hope it keeps climbing, man. It's a good gap. I think it could keep going. I mean, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. In fact, if it comes back down to 54, I'll buy some more, I think. Yeah. Joseph says AMD, screamy face. AMD. So again, oh, there's the hammer on the 3-minute. Oh no. Well, you missed some, you win some. That is a nice hammer. Looks like I'm not going to quite catch that low that I wanted. Joe says we missed AMD. Nah. She'll pull back. 89.02. So if you're going to play AMD, you could do something like that. I mean, it's a nice 3-minute hammer. Now, we did miss Nectar by a penny if you're keeping track. If you're keeping track, we did miss this one by a cent. So stoked. Again, kind of strange, a little strange volume on this one recently. Just been feeling weird. If this doesn't fill in 4 more minutes, which again, it very well may or may not, I don't know. But if it doesn't, I have to lower it to 24.94 if I'm watching it alive and well, you know, if I'm out here watching it. If I'm not watching, if I'm just away from the computer doing whatever I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, I'm just gonna let the trade do its thing. But if not, I'll have to lower it, put it to 24.93 and then go from there. Yates sold some puts on American Well. Nice. I can dig that, man. I mean, this is a good place to sell it. Man, if it pulls back to 22, hard. Going hard. That would be nice. First Solar breaking down. First Solar's coming back down to life a little bit. Under Armour's chilling. Nike's chilling. T-Mobile, blah, Verizon. Doing its thing. AMD, can't believe we missed it by a few pennies. JMD's hanging out. Core Medics, I will probably leave that one alone, and I'll put that on the list for Thursday for a swing trade. We'll come back to that one later. JD.cap, looking strong. ACIC hanging out. Shopify, ooh, with a double bottom. That is a double bottom on Shopify. It is a bear gap and go. I generally don't fade bear gap and goes, but we did fill that gap. It's definitely day tradable. I'm going to leave it on the list. Verizon, I doubt I trade it. Chevron, just running. PAVM, again, if you're playing this one, I would just increase your stop and take the small gain on it. SOS is hanging out. Tesla is, well, it was a black candle gapping down. So this is the retest on Tesla. So if we're going to play Tesla short, it's actually probably sooner than later. I won't necessarily short it right now. I think I'm just going to let it do its thing and let it hang out, but go from there. K2 says they bought the dip on BABA. Yep. So BABA is slow and steady, a little bit of a grind. It's kind of a decent, cute little chart, just hanging out for right now. It doesn't look bad though. All right. AMAT. So a lot of people are looking at Applied Materials. It's had a little bit of a pullback. Pinterest, QS is retracing. Obviously it needs to. EH. I mean, it's up 54%. Five minute, 3 minute. Where'd that, interesting. Oh, I see. Okay. Gonna keep an eye on that one. I'll scoot that one up a little bit. Apple doesn't look like she's gonna quite bounce yet. She got a little bit of a bounce attack, but I'll keep an eye on it. I'll definitely watch it. And then Ferrari, let's see if she can pull back down to this pre-market low and then buy the dip. So we're gonna just keep waiting. Gonna be patient and we'll see what we get out there. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh man. That's a special wizard right there. That is a special wizard. Missed by a penny? How? It's like, I can't get that lucky. You know? That's so weird. That is so bizarre. All right. So per my plans, I'm going to cancel it. It's been 10 minutes and then adjust. Cancel day trade on NKTR. Now I wait and readjust. New numbers coming soon. Okay. So again, this is just my plan. If I'm sitting here, able to watch it, looking at the chart, all that kind of good stuff, you know, since I'm here watching it. So now I'm going to lower the entry to right here and lower the stop to here. So this will be the new entry, 24.95 by 24.25. Okay. New numbers on NKTR. So this is 24.95. Okay. And if it doesn't fill, obviously if it runs up to the target, then I'll just cancel it and that'll be it. Oh, man. Brutal. Berutus Megutus. 24.95 by 24.25. And again, am I just being too much of a chicken? That's also possible. 24.95, 24.25. Okay. So it's actually more shares than the first time. If you want to adjust, if you want to do the new math. And if it starts making new highs and comes up here, I'll just cancel it. And that'll be a great trade that we tried. Luis, yep. If you're playing Chevron, that is the price, 95.42. If you want to go all the way to 95, that could also work, but at least 95.42, which would be the high of this 5-minute candle. But yeah, you're playing it the right way, I feel like. I'm going to watch AMD. So again, if you wanted to buy that pullback on AMD on the 3-minute hammer, you did get filled. And there's Nectar, and I'll cancel it. All right. Go ahead and cancel NKTR. Great try, team. That is the most weird thing ever. That is so bizarre. Falco, did you catch that at all? Or Thomas or anyone else catch that? I won't track it regardless, because you wouldn't have gotten filled with my numbers. You would have gotten filled with something else. Austin says, I got filled at 25.25. Nice, dude. All right, so you're in it. Lottie says, my gut hurts. NA says, I upped yours by a penny at 25.23. Nice. Nice. Right on. Jonathan says, I got filled on it, and I got 1 Rs. Beautiful. Good job, Jonathan. Oh, man. So anyway, NKTR, cool. I mean, hey, good job for anyone who's in it. That's amazing. I'm very happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you guys. All right. ACIC. I'll take that off the list as well for right now. I'll put it on the list for Thursday. ACIC. And again, do have an interview coming up in just a little bit. Shopify could be fun. That's like begging for an R loss right there. Begging for bacon strips. Look at this thing, man. That is like, I would like to lose an R, please. That's how like Matt DeLong likes to trade. That's why he's like, I'm such a bad day trader. I'm like, yeah, dude, because you do this. You know, Matt DeLong would be like, okay, how can I get 9 cents of risk on Shopify? That's my entry. You know, it's like, yeah, dude, it's going to be a little tough to day trade like that. And it'll be a challenge. But if this ends with an inside candle, I might try that. I got some R's to burn in the bank. I got an R or two to burn because it's been a great month. Man, it would have been better if I had caught Nectar. John V says, did I hear Real Life Trading is doing a retreat in Lake Tahoe in July? That is a correct statement. Yes, sir. We're coming for you, John V. Joseph says, signing up as soon as I can. Awesome. All right. TIXT is getting close. Yep. We'll see if it ends up filling. 3102. John V says, is Lake Tahoe on the board? No, sir, not yet. Not on the board yet. Amit, so is this official news? Can I tell everyone the good news? It's official. Oh man. Well, let me go post it in Slack and let everyone know. By the way, folks, starting February 28th, Amit is quitting his job to trade full time. How cool is that? I love it, man. It's awesome news. Super, super amazing. So proud of you, bro. Mad congrats. Epic props. Someone gave you an eggplant. Oh, you guys are funny. Man, you crack me up. All these emojis. Look at all the emojis. By the way, does anyone else just randomly scroll through Slack and just click on the emojis? Or is that just me? I do that all the time. Josh says all day. That's all he does. Yeah, I just scroll through and just whatever emoji someone else has clicked, I just click on it. It's funny. I'm glad that I'm not the only one. All right, TIXT filled. Filled on TIXT. Interesting volume. Interesting fill. Wow. Okay. I actually got it 31 exactly. That's weird. Okay, 31. Let's go look at SNDL. Okay, it doesn't like it's going to trigger yet, so maybe at some point. Yeah, and the Nectar, guys, great trade. I mean, phenomenal trade for anyone who got a chance to play that. It's awesome. That's the thing. It was a great setup. It's not like I didn't try. Not like I didn't try. All right, so AMD still riding the struggle bus. Keep a close eye on that one. JD's hanging out. EH is hanging out. Shopify, maybe. Verizon bounced. Chevron hanging out. SOS hanging out. Tesla's rolling over. Because again, it is a retest gap. I'm just not going to short it. I could. If I was going to, I'd definitely be short. It makes a lot of sense. But how much of shorts worked, you know? Short puts have been working great, but shorting stock, not so much. QS retesting from 59, almost hit 60. So again, if it comes all the way back to 54, I'll probably buy some more. Apple, good try, Lauren. Just she didn't bounce after. She definitely bounced this morning off the 50, but after that, it was toast my ghost. Looks like Apple needs to pull back some more. And then Ferrari, again, if I do get stopped out of this particular swing trade, I will absolutely play it twice. Definitely will. Nice. All right, team. So now I'm just waiting, and it's been, wow. I mean, an hour and a half. If you have been watching the recording for this particular day trading session, awesome. The only thing that we really got to talk about was really NKTR. That was it. Next recording will be an interview with John Guyton. But all right, guys, you rock. Thanks for listening if you're listening.